Out on the curb again, on the curb again. I've come to learn it's hard and firm. Out on the curb again, out on the curb again, on the curb again. I've come to learn it's hard and firm. Out on the curb again. I'm in my room making cardboard castles with shoestring rope, soup spoon drawbridge, tinfoil moat. I'm still dreaming after all these years. I'm in my room making cardboard castles with shoestring rope, soup spoon drawbridge, tinfoil moat. I'm still dreaming after all these years. Because if we don't build it, who will? I do things on a shoestring that you couldn't do for a cool mill. I run with no laces, and when I fall I start to build my Taj Mahal with shit I found at Dollar Mart. This life's our greatest project, the journey's all in art. But I built my perfect nest, and it's about to fall apart. Again and again, and then I just make it twice as high. And I give my tower teeth, and I watch up like the sky. Because I might just cry if I don't keep it moving. I'll focus on what I can make and not what just got ruined. Cause every stone will crumble down to dust, to dust, to dust, to dust. And I say love thy neighbor, and I say fuck thy hater. There's nothing I can't solve with duct tape and construction paper. I don't want a band-aid all, we rip it off, I'll rip it off. Out on the curb again, on the curb again. I've come to learn it's hard and firm. Out on the curb again. I'm in my room making cardboard castles again. Shoestring on the curb, soup spoon drawbridge, tinfoil moat. I'm still dreaming, snapping from these on the curb again. I know someday I'll pass, and maybe then rest. I'm laying on my back, heaven's my bench press. Cause my imagination is crazy as Glenn Beck. A cloud is floating by in the shape of a rent check. And when the world ends, that's what I'll plan towards. Then I'll trust girlfriends and maybe landlords. Cause I've been played, but I'm looking for more. I say, what would I gain if I took it to court? Cause if people were perfect, then there wouldn't be war. We stay pushing, but once we get a foot in the door, we get our toes chopped off and a foot of manure. I still gotta believe people are good at the core. Cause if we weren't, what's at stake? Why would we stay to break what we make and create all these beautiful mistakes? When they blow our house down, let's draw on the walls, the walls, the walls. I'm in my room making cardboard castles with shoestring rope, soup spoon drawbridge, tinfoil moat. I'm still dreaming after all these years. I'm in my room making cardboard castles with shoestring rope, soup spoon drawbridge, tinfoil moat. I'm still dreaming after all these years. Curb again, on the curb again. I've come to learn it's hard and firm. Out on the curb again, out on the curb again, on the curb again. I've come to learn it's hard and firm. Out on the curb again. I'm in my room making cardboard castles with shoestring rope, soup spoon drawbridge, tinfoil moat. I'm still dreaming after all these years. I'm in my room making cardboard castles with shoestring rope, soup spoon drawbridge, tinfoil moat. I'm still dreaming after all these years. What a beautiful, sexy night. What a shame that someone would try to mess this up right now. Look around. I mean, I hear everything you're saying, but to be honest with you, I don't give a fuck, dude! Let's go. Let me tell you about my GPA, 4.0 straight A's, and I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you about my resume, it's so cray, it's insane, and I don't give a fuck. And my boyfriend, he's so hot, and the car that he bought me is I don't give a fuck. And my ooh la la, my blah blah blah, and I don't give a fuck. Cause I'm a bachelor, so fuck attaching a label to the life we're living and imagine a
future where we won't be living in the past. I'll be flipping birds like a chicken breast on a spatula. So if you're bragging, then you can forget it. And if it thunders and if it rains and pours, let it. And in the morning, then it'll hit you that George said it. They gave him a fuck, you returned it for store credit. But don't be sorry yet if you got a score, settle it. Cause it's more pleasure with fun before etiquette. Get up on the table and pour your drinks, get it. But don't be boneheaded, it's for your own benefit. I'll be getting open and seeking my seventh heaven. The Reverend, will you be seeking the Reverend or Pope Benedict? You gotta stick where the sun don't shine, well that's fine. But remember that I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you about my GPA, 4.0 straight A's and I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you about my resume, it's so cray, it's insane. And I don't give a fuck. And my boyfriend, he's so hot, and the car that he bought me is I don't give a fuck. And my ooh la la, my blah blah blah, and I don't give a fuck. All I wanna do is get my mind right. If I'm looking at tomorrow, check my eyesight. All I'm gonna focus on is this fine night, cause all I know is that this life is finite. Never Neverland isn't more than a legend, and so I gotta be digging the present session and getting this, wedging myself up into the wettest crevices, effortless, grabbing a piece of the flesh. If you love it, then why fight? Some people slower than a 90s modem. Wanna see the nips? It's a while to load 'em. If life is a woman, she's got some epic titties, and I wanna get up in it and live it in motorboat 'em. Cause I wanna see the cool and the classy, and I wanna see the cruel and the nasty. Cause if it's real shit, let me feel it. And if you can't deal, I don't give a fuck. 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 Let me tell you about my 5-year plan and my 401k. I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you about my workout, FP90X. I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you about some random crap you don't care about. And I don't give a fuck. And my ooh la la, my blah blah blah, and I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you about my GPA, 4.0 straight A's and I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you about my resume, it's so cray, it's insane. And I don't give a fuck. And my boyfriend, he's so hot, and the car that he bought me is I don't give a fuck. And my ooh la la, my blah blah